Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Go Go Loser Ranger Episode 2. This is a new anime from the spring season. If you haven't seen the first episode, make sure to go check it out. Also, go watch this episode. We also have a review for Episode 1 on the channel, so go check that out as well. Um, Let me give you a quick synopsis for the anime and for this episode. So, in a world where an invasion happened, where these monsters were attacking Earth, the Dragon Keepers beat them back, beat their bosses, but now they keep around the Dusters to create a conflict every week and protect humanity. It's kind of to put on a show, right? At the end of the first episode, Fighter D. Realizes that he doesn't want to live like that anymore, and he makes a plan to infiltrate the Dragon Keepers and take him down that way. So, in episode 2, Fighter D's hostility towards the Ranger Force causes the Red Keeper to start doubting the monsters. Meanwhile, D also enters the recruitment exam incognito and joins Ibiki Sakurama and Jumiko Suzukiri, which were the recruiters that we saw back in the first episode. So, we're going to get into spoilers. So, once again, if you haven't seen this episode 2, make sure to go check it out and come back. So, we open up with a recap of the first episode, which I think it's very welcome to kind of like cement the premise of your show. Fighter D is looking for the Dragon Keepers. We see him kind of roaming around like the different HQs and all that. I think they do a really interesting job at building the world that way, right? He asked a lot of questions about the Dragon Keepers, the organization, all that. Sakurama, who is the recruit without any colors, he hasn't really chosen which, I guess, I don't want to call them houses, but like which team of Dragon Keepers. Each one of them has their own garrison. And then we also see Suzukiri, who is the other recruiter that we saw. Um, the Dusters are also visited by two of the Dragon Keepers to look for Fighter D. And because they've broken that trust, now the Dusters, they have now left guards with them from the garrison, from the Blue Garrison. They make an example out of Fighter F, and it's pretty sad that we see that later on in the episode. Um, so uh, we really see the true tyranny of the Dragon Keepers, and also we get to see like kind of the brainwashing or the indoctrination of like the Dragon Keeper recruits as we hear them talk about the Dragon Keepers. Right, everyone's pretty much uh, bought in on the whole story. So it's really interesting how Fighter D will not only have to take the Dragon Keepers, but I think expose the facade. Really, I think that's really the only way you could take down an organization like this, because as we've seen, even if you were able to take out one of the Dragon Keepers, there's like people in line to take their place eventually. So D transforms into Sakurama to infiltrate the Red Garrison because Suzukiri has to go deliver a letter. Um, and Fighter D finally meets, after meeting some of Red, uh, the Red Dragon Keepers garrison, like some of the characters, which they all look pretty unhinged. There's specifically one that has a lot of very clowny features, a lot of like eye makeup and stuff like that. I don't know. I think that guy's gonna be trouble for sure. But yeah, he finally meets him. Obviously, because he is in disguise, he has to put on a facade of admiring the Dragon Keeper. Now, something that's another really interesting twist that I didn't remember from reading the manga is that Suzukiri is also aware of who Fighter D is, and she asks him to work together to take down the organization. So she's infiltrated with the garrison. I almost thought she was going to be revealed to be another one of these dusters that maybe they believe to be dead from a long time ago, but no, she appears to just be a regular person that really wants to take down the Dragon Keepers from the inside. She's aware of the secret. So really interesting. This is where we catch up with Fighter F, who feels to me like, obviously he's drawn in a more distinct way. He's a little larger than the other dusters to obviously make him stand out. He was also the one that is kind of friends with Fighter D, so he's out being chased by some of the Red garrison because he's causing trouble. And at an unscheduled time, the Red Dragon Keeper shows up, and after a really cool transformation and the use of his divine artifact, he kills Fighter F for real. So this is there are limits as to what you can do to hurt these dusters, that they'll still come back, and that's interesting to establish that early on. Because earlier in the episode we saw that Suzukiri kept cutting off Duster Fighter D's head off, and he kept coming back, right? So it has to be like a really intense power that did it, and that's probably the same kind of power that the Dragon Keepers used to take out the main bosses when the original invasion actually happened. So uh, really great episode. Once again, really enjoying this story. This anime is not only does it look great, there's some really cool visual moments, but the story is very interesting. There's a lot of twists and turns that we've yet to experience, I'm sure. So it's gonna be interesting because the Dusters, like, even D, that he has his own mind about what he's gonna do, he's not strong, right? They're very fragile. Their bodies are very fragile. They're like putties in the Power Rangers. So, anyway, if you've seen this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.